Hey there, welcome to Maine. My name is Jay Elhard, and some of the writers and poets who have contributed to Maine's rich literary legacy have included Rachel Carson, Nathaniel Hawthorne, Stephen King, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, Edna St. Vincent Millay, Henry David Thoreau, and E.B. White. Maine is also the home of Acadia National Park, the crown jewel of the North Atlantic coastline. There are more than 20 named mountains here that rise from an elevation of 0 at sea level to more than 1,500 feet on the summit of Cadillac Mountain. That's the highest point within 25 miles of the Atlantic shoreline, anywhere between Nova Scotia and Mexico. Within this narrow ribbon of dramatic elevation change, there's a dynamic concentration of habitat communities. More than 40 species of mammals and 300 bird species are documented here. Along the Atlantic Flyway, this is an important resting and feeding place for migrating bird, bat, and insect species. For the purposes of our writing prompt, it's important to note that with this much elevation change, Acadia is just the kind of place that can have a fire tower perched on a mountaintop within a few miles of a lighthouse built into the side of a cliff at sea level. So here's our prompt. Would you rather be a fire lookout or a lighthouse keeper? Is it easier to imagine yourself stationed in a tower high atop a remote mountain in Maine, surrounded by trees, lakes, and streams, waking to bird song, gazing out at views that stretched past the ends of the earth? Or is it easier to imagine yourself stationed at the very edge of a vast ocean, swept up in sunsets and epic storms, scrambling among jagged rocks and delicate tide pools, enjoying the company of passing ferries, yachts, and lobster boats? Next, what kind of story can you imagine for the lead role and location you chose? How will your character change in response to being here? Finally, imagine a conversation that a fire lookout and a lighthouse keeper might have one day if they happened to meet by chance somewhere in the middle. How would you have them describe their world to someone who had never been there? I hope you get a chance to experience Acadia for yourself one day. Thanks for listening.